All right, my girlfriend's birthday's coming up in 3 days, and what is a better gift as a car guy to get her than something that you want for her birthday? All right, what we have here is a 12-inch sub, uh, grandpa sub, a Crossfire, an old Crossfire. Issues with the subwoofer not working. In a Pro box with a 500-watt amp, and this says 4-gauge wire. I don't know if the Chinese have a different way to gauge wire, but this is definitely not 4-gauge. This is about 8-gauge wire. Very tiny. They mislead you with the big chunky wire. So be wary on eBay, but this will work for a 500 watt. It's right at the rating. So that's what we're going to run. Got her remote, RC8 cables, little fuse. Let's get it in. All right, and as easy as that, the sub is in basically. This is where we're gonna run the amp to. Just on the seat. I am scared of the big, scary vibrations of the sub. So this is also gonna be making it a little bit easier to service. So right here. So we have the 10 gauge audio wire connected. These have nice little connections. I really like those. They're like spring. All right, I think we're going to start with my least favorite, the ground. That one's always fun to do. All right, we found a spot. We're probably going to run it around here somewhere just to hide it under the carpet a little bit. It's all in the chassis. Should be a good spot. Just got to sand it down a little bit, get good connections. Now you might say, why do you not like the ground? The ground's the easiest. I'm currently fully inside of a 2017 Mustang trunk. It's not comfortable. I also lost my microphone, so I'm being really loud. It's here somewhere, but it's in there. I ain't going nowhere. Every car should have a grommet over here that goes to the firewall into the engine bay. Ours is around here. And it's already cut, so that's a win for us. I redact my last statement. This grommet doesn't go through the firewall into the engine bay. It goes through the fender. We've just cut a little bit of the grommet off at the nipple. It looks like it's exactly for a wire of our size, around 8 gauge to go through. Alrighty, we got it through. As you can see, it goes over here through the fender. There it is. It's somewhere back there where it comes in. Oh, you can see right there. And then we ran it all the way up to here. And I'm just gonna install the little Chinese fuse. And then the terminal. And then all the power things should be done. Alright, well, we came across a couple issues. First of all, her terminal. It does not support any accessories. That's just to tighten it. I would not put it there. And I also think that's not conductive. So to play it safe, we bought a new terminal. This one has a bunch of accessories. A couple of these will be the 8 gauge. Perfect for this. Now she can't say I don't buy her gold rings. Look at that. That's a shiny little piece. And RCA-Y adapter, because apparently her sub one, which is different from mine, is a singular. And that's the sub one right there, the green one. Mine has 2 on my Tesla screen. So we got those now. Now we can actually install this thing. All right, new terminal is in, which hurt to do because such a shiny new terminal. But we need that accessory spot, which is where we put this one. And we have our fuse over here. You want to keep the fuse around 12 feet from the main power source. Not the fuse is not going to work like it's supposed to. Then we did the RCA cables. Here is the splicer, the 2 into the 1. And all we need to do is a remote cable. Well, a lot has transpired since the last time I filmed the video. I actually ran the remote cable into the head unit. It had a spot and it worked. So it didn't work for the 370Z for some reason, but this one worked. So I'm happy about that. I was having issues with the subwoofer not working. So it was just not outputting any power until I turned up the gain and it like unlocked itself. Now it moves freely and it's fucking moving. All right, boys and girls, it's been 3 days and this just refuses to work. So we have a brand new one. Damn. I'm not sure why it doesn't work. This was also a 2 ohm. I was converted to 1 ohm. This amp works at 1 ohm at the rated 500 RMS. So it should have been providing the adequate power for it. I think the sub is just done for. It's been sitting out in a shed for like 2 years now. Let's just hope this one works. All right, this is what a 2 ohm sub to 1 ohm would look like. Just it would be negative to negative, positive to positive, and then positive leading out, then a negative on the other side leading out. And that should convert it to 1 ohm. All right, boys and girls, the sub was most definitely blown because this one's working great. Now, I want to show you all what I set my settings to. Now, I'm not doing anything fancy here. People like to set up their voltmeters to set up the gain. You're basically looking to match the voltage of your head unit to the gain. I just like to set it at around the 1 o'clock mark if it was a clock. Around 3/4 of the way you're good. Usually you want to do just a little bit more than half. That's what I like to set the gain to. Subsonic, usually you want to set it to a hertz where your box is tuned to. Most boxes are around 30 to 36. So we have it around that range right now. And I'm talking about like a 12-inch like this one. This one would be around 30 to 36. Then the LPF, I like to do around 60 to 80 hertz. So 100 right here would be the halfway point. Just knock it down a little bit from that, and that should be good.